So the March Visa Bulletin of 2025 is finally out, and I know a lot of people have been waiting for this, especially our clients who have prior priority dates or even new priority dates. So there have been some movements in the employment based categories for India, but honestly it's not as much as we were hoping for. So what does this really mean for you, and what is the effect of this current administration in the Visa Bulletin? Does it even have any effect at all? Let's dive in and break it down a little bit and bring some clarity to this matter. Well, if you've been following this content until now, you already know I'm Simon Shetty, your host and the founder of Smart Green Card program. And if you're new here, I break down all the green card related stuff in a way that actually makes sense and in a way that is practical for you to implement. So let's get into it straight away. But before that, I want to give you a heads up. I'm not an immigration attorney. This video is just for informational and educational purposes only. So if you need any specific legal advice, you should always reach out to an immigration lawyer. Do not treat any content from Smart Green Card as substitute for legal advice, because it is not. All right, first, a quick refresher for you. What is the Visa Bulletin really? Let's just cover it real quick. The Visa Bulletin is released every single month by the US Department of State, and it basically tells you how long do you have to wait for your green card. It's a more complicated way of essentially saying that. So if you have an approved 140 already, this bulletin helps you figure out when you can file your final application, which is the adjustment of status or the I-485 with USCIS. Now, coming to the March Visa Bulletin of 2025 and the updates regarding that, let's just start with the EB1 or the EB1A. The final action date is still stuck at February 1st of 2022, which it was since a while now. So no movement is there in that category at all. We were expecting at least some progress, maybe a month, maybe a few days, especially because this date has been frozen since July of 2024. But no, nothing has changed here. Now, I get it. This is super frustrating. We all know EB1 usually moves faster than EB2 and EB3, and we were hoping for at least some forward movement by now. But the good thing here is that even if EB1 is temporarily stuck, it still remains the fastest route for Indians with an overall wait time of around 2 years. Way better than the never-ending delays of EB2 and EB3, like I said, if you have a priority date already. Or even if it is a new priority date that you're trying to secure, this is going to be at least a decade on paper ahead of the EB2 and EB3 line. Now, speaking of the EB2 and EB3, there is a bit of a movement here. EB2 final action dates for India moved forward by 6 weeks to December 1st of 2012, and EB3 final action dates advanced by 6 weeks to February 1st of 2013. So yeah, some progress, but let's be real, it's still crawling forward in a painfully slow pace. And between these 6 weeks of movement, there, I'm sure, are a ton of applications. In fact, a lot of my friends are filing their 485 now because their priority date from 2012 just got current due to this 6-week movement. So anytime there is even a little bit of movement, there are a ton of applications that come in, because during that period of time, there are a lot of priority dates that people are waiting to get current. Now, you might be wondering, why aren't the final action dates for employment-based green cards moving at all? Well, there are two main reasons. First, there is a strict limit on employment-based green cards. Only 140,000 are issued per year. And due to this per country cap, each country receives about 7% of that total. So when more qualified applicants want to apply, like from India, it naturally slows down the movement because there's not unlimited green cards even within that quota allocated to any specific country. And Indians suffer the most from this because we send a lot of people to the US. Now, what can we really expect for the EB1 in the coming months? Well, historically, EB1 has always moved faster than EB2 and EB3, so there is still a chance that we could see some forward movement soon. And if any unused visas spill from other categories, that could help push EB1 forward. We might have forgotten what happened during Trump's first term. He stopped family-based green card applications from abroad, which actually freed up a lot of visa numbers in the family-based path, which didn't get used, obviously. And then they spilled over to the EB categories. And guess who is the first to consume in the employment-based categories? It's the EB1. So there is hope, even with this administration being hard on other forms of immigration, such as illegal or even family-based. There could be a chance that there are still spillover visa numbers from these other categories that employment-based people will be making use of. And that is an update that we really look forward to, because hey, if it's stagnant right now, this is one thing that could come across as a savior. But however, as of now, there's no clear indication of when that might happen or if it will happen. It's just my general guess looking at how Trump's first term was. Now, another question I've been getting a lot is this one. Is the visa bulletin stuck because of this new administration? And the answer really is no. The movement of the visa bulletin is based on supply and demand. After this new administration has come in, there has been no real changes in the employment-based path or the visa bulletin related stuff. However, this new administration can impact things indirectly if they push for immigration reforms, like increasing visa caps or removing this per country limit altogether. But until there's an actual policy change, the visa bulletin is going to move forward at its usual pace, is what we predict, with the occasional jumps that we have been seeing since a long time now. Now, all right, so what's the big takeaway from all of this? If you are an Indian applicant, the EB1 is still the fastest way to get a US green card, and with wait time of about 2 years on paper, far better than the decade-long delays for EB2 and EB3. There is a reason I'm saying this. I know EB1 seems to be tough to qualify for, and it is a hard part. It does take a lot of work. It is not easy. I'm not here to sit and say that, hey, everybody can do the EB1. But here's the thing. If you are maybe a tech professional or a researcher or some sort of an expert in your field who have been working for a decent amount of time in your field using certain expertise in the normal work that you do, then you probably have the achievements necessary to build a strong EB1 case. And it's not just about being famous. It's all about how impactful your work was in the field. And if you have spent a decent amount of your career working in a certain field, I'm absolutely sure that you have impacted your field in a certain way. So if I'm right in thinking that you're feeling stuck somewhere with all these immigration shackles tying you down, that's where we come in. With our Smart Green Cards VIP plan, we have helped over 100 professionals now from healthcare, IT, engineering, advertising, marketing, consulting, and way more fields. They've evolved their professional profile to become very solid EB1 cases using their expertise, and all of them got approved. We have over 100 approvals now, and whether it is press support or assisting you in getting published, publishing your papers that you write, or even helping you understand how you can write papers, show your thought leadership in the field, get all these judging, membership, awards, opportunities, all of these, and in addition to that, expert guidance. That's what we do, and that's what we have done really well so far. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to help, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Until next time, stay focused. I want you to stay driven. I want you to constantly keep working towards your American dream. The visa bulletins come in, they go out, they move forward, they retrogress, they stay stagnant. But there is one clear way where you can make hay when the sun shines, and that is by being focused on your career, evolving it in a very deliberate manner to become an EB1A focused profile. And that's my message for you. Stay at it, whether it is with Smart Green Card or not. I want you to stay at that. So this is Simon Shetty signing off until next time. Peace.